What's up, mateys? I'm a little bit tired for now, and I just watching about the 2 hours wrestling day, the Tuesday night SmackDown Live, and I text Dad. I text about four guys, and it's about the 4 units. Still have a level at the back of things and about those pictures, all the stuff, the artificial potteries, and for Korean ceramics. Um, I know, so it's a word, so it's on worth it. So as soon as she's moving with us, is living with us for the 10 years, and next Friday, for next week of Friday, and my mom's saying goodbye until the mom says a bit as farewell from last 14 years since it about Honolulu, Hawaii, Hawaii at Waikiki Beach. So she lived alone at about 14 years ago, since about 2005 through 2019. So otherwise, all these people that they could be in one of this, yours, or to communicate for the opportunity for your best friend's name of my best friend, my two aunts, and here my aunt Christy. Aunt Christy is of Nanaimo. Shanaimo is my aunt Shang. Shang. She was come with the evolutions through mom's friends and cousins, and some kind of for the real grandmother, and she was also gone about a long time ago, and about 29 years ago since I was born. So I was born February 7, 1995 at Travis Air Force Base, California, riding across there 1,000 miles and Sacramento, and missing we were not the embarrassment for sometimes we was, and means we were simply working for it for the week one for this is June 2017 today, and this is where they forget you guys to go to the Biden officials who and pay tax to the pay for the VidCon today on YouTube channels, and Tony Tornado and Samantha with his sister Samantha Tornado, and Millie Mulder is no longer to be on the VidCon. She broke up. She been about not altogether anymore. So she with it still VidCons in Anaheim, California, right across the street to the Disney California Adventure at Disneyland Park, and his possession is, and my mom was complicated the conversation to be in about 14 years. She lived in Honolulu, Hawaii with her friends, and my mom's last day of next Wednesday, and that could be one of the decide to my dad's moving to for the communicate for what she calls to the commentary, so as you wish for, and before I call for the Gentiles, that's called Gentiles. So prayers for peace until the next week of Friday. That's called week 2. So sometimes mom's reaction there to the bit ass farewell there, the farewell from 14 years since mom 14 for 15 years. This since about 2004, and she moved to opportunity for 14 years. So not the 2004. So this is 2005. So I was 10. I was about the 10. I wish mankind is my actual problem is my adopted mom was incredibly placing to for one of the stole one I was stole about her my birthday fruitcake, and I just got stole Bella's fruitcake for her birthday for when I was about 21 years ago. I just got cry. She got cried. She was crying in vain. So she cried. And she got cried in the morning for the veins. So she was a little kid, so she was to figure out. She got news. She got a little bad news today. I just got have stolen food about long time ago. I just stole everybody's food, and that's could be the bad decisions to well, why I said it could be disrespectful from family, and I did not know this is such as a whole crap in there about the refrigerator. So what this is, why are you stealing my food? And this is my food. And that's what my brother said. So she could be sarcasm. And he also lied to me for no reasons. But he was it could be en route. It could be one of illegal. It could be illegal to the stolen food are allowed. And my next one, for the next one to my sister's food, she says, "You fatty, why are you stealing the food?" She could be honest. She could be unacceptable without the eating and stealing food, without me. So that person calls me in, and that call me a fat, and that I have done enough. I have done enough for those people, done enough with those of the family, family and neighborhood, and neighbors didn't like to say that words to any time with those who incredibly place and not incredible. That doesn't be no good for my brother and sister. And the third one, and then the later one, is my mom, and she called me a fat for a very, very long time, and she says eating too much food fat, and she's speaking in Korea. Anytime she says, "You hurt my feelings," she said. She tell me to get out of my room, to get out of my house, to no more games, to she could be hurt my feelings. It could be about the little heartbroken. But in some cases there could be a legal guardian. It could be on one of make our officials to a legal guard to be the legal guardian. If she calls me in trouble, she calls me in trouble in about a long time, in about 15 years, and while she says, "I'm sorry, I just throw your food away. I just throw your drink away. I got it the whereabout to if it gets figured out, it didn't get it about." She tells me and about for the whole long story, but Bella's coming. He's got in his car, which just gets figured out. Be right back, guys. Sorry about that, guys. So I was gonna turn the fan off. So and sorry about that too. So I got a conversation for you guys. So I got make officials to counseling counseling meeting through from my room, and those answered everything problems to be wonderful. Those my family, my mom and dad, and my parents and my siblings call me a fact, and I sort of know to I just got loose. I just got exercising about 10 years ago, since I was 14, when I was in about junior high school, and I wonder somehow I was about seventh grade in about 2009, and I just got a temporarily. I just got incredible workout, so that's what really point is. I just got exactly to I just got about I was got a little fat at about 220 pounds to definitely for what was in I was involved in about 2009. So I've been watched the Disney Channel series and Hannah Montana the third movie and Hannah Montana the third seasons. I missed them for so much in about last 8 years. That could be in one of the 5 years since then, since about 2006 to 2011. The idea is my brother or sister and my dad just call me a fat, and let the people know that it hurt my feelings. To I'm not sure. I just gotta walk into about little just tantrum somehow. It just took my pictures without rapists, without contender rapists raped me for no reasons, and I just got driving to about 50,000 miles per hour for Travis Air Force Base. That he didn't make into one of the he didn't make it to get to the flight to the schedule today in about Washington D.C. to sometime this, and that means too it doesn't work for now, and my aunt took Yoshi and Corky, just figure out to stay with them in about two and a half weeks ago, and we're just staying overnight in about in the suites hotels, and I just got sent into the Holiday Inn. I just got staying for the Holiday Inn in about the last few days ago. I just walked into the Washington D.C. in the monument, Thomas Jefferson, Lincoln, George Washington, and President's White House, and somehow most of America is 55 ways after the Democratic, Republican, Libertarian, Green, and Independent. And there's a fatal five. There's could be a fatal five-way for the vote elections to it could be all these people, and it could be one of the 7 billion every year. And somehow those didn't notice the disappointment for my dad, my mom, my dad and my sister, my brother, and my aunt, and they're all disappointed. I was disappointed. And I was disappointed for them for reasons to I didn't make it the call. I didn't make it in the media days to last 10 years, but that's what didn't happen. And what happened is I was in a summer vacation in 2009 involved, and that was an incident of 2009 for in June to July and August 2009. So and that's what we call 3 months. That's called every June to August 2009 incident involved, and I surely didn't know this. I surely didn't know this to hold this opportunity to my dad couldn't hear it. So it says, "Dad, Dad." While he's driving for the overdose to disrespectful. I got to chose. But I was chosen once. So without the conditions, and I was wrong. I was wrong about. I was wrong about me. I was wrong about my dad. I was wrong about Bella. I was wrong about Frankie. I was wrong about Aunt Michelle. I was wrong about my mom, and I was wrong about Ashley. I was wrong about Erica. And I was wrong about those guys. I was wrong about my cousins, and I didn't know this to from last 10 years, the last 10 years ago. I was declared to spend a night here for Ashley, Erica, and she went to for the good house, and Aunt Michelle's apartment. Aunt Michelle, former Gardenberg apartments, and she was a former dog, Corky, and her former dog, Duffy, and Lucky, how Jackson, how it gets point, and she realized what she done. She realized what they have done to me for I was involved. I wasn't involved to how to see what I happened to get my lost my mind to get us to, but all I have to know this to it's a mind figure out my life, and the whole change life is at that programs those people for the thing about me without incidents. I was I was with my mom's. I was under my mom's involved to the 2009 and it's 365 day, 365 days ago, and I wouldn't mind this to change and the changes to the changes to stoppable ones, and my brother and sister, my mom and dad are still in about the life house, and there could be 15% and more of the car insurance, and but I can't do this, and so I was at about spring break at about 10 years ago. I was at being natural ways anytime. I could never assistance from my mom. I never assisted my dad and my siblings and my cousins, my family and my friends. All I know this is I could left my former friends to my former friends just left my lifetimes. I just gone now. I just gone now for it could be the coexist. I was attempted to departure from about 12 years ago. I did not know this, so I would rather be alive today or die, or there's gonna be a resurrection from death. Should be one of Jesus says it's one of the Jesus the resurrection by Son of God for his Father, from his Father, but he knows about 32 ADs, and like he says, I'm sure of it. For I'm sure of him, sure of her, sure of her, and sure of her, sure of him, and sure of her, sure of him. I couldn't make a promise. They couldn't make me promise to one of the size. So So I told doctors about that in about 2010 and 2009, and not 2010, but I could one of how to use a jog like U.S. Marine soldier and training training like a drill instructor to figure out like what she do, but I was saying forever no, and I just got it with this and I got a disengage and disengagement for reasons for my coming over to my house. So my my uncle, and my Korean aunts and uncle, and they didn't make it to the disengagement without me. For no reason is people making to talk, but Korean people doesn't speak one of those English at all times from last 6 years. For last 6 years, the only thing is I shouldn't make it possible for to make it possible. As now is an error that makes it impossible. That makes it impossible. As long as many as there can, it be via don't, and I shouldn't waste that time. They didn't make it waste that time, but they don't want it to miss it. For it only makes it to figure that out. The reason is that day times, but I was to the disengagement to the figure out, but I just say so I'm sure Bella and Frankie, mom and dad, just have left in a while ago, and I could be the coexist to with these and one of my family's to ensure my family in freedom. It's the freedom and insurance to say I was a contender to a long stories to tend to be called for one of my chosen ones. Um, I'm saying I'm not sure if it to one of the play guidelines to one of my playing families to families, friends, and cousins to size. So this is a disengage like Miss Lauren. I just gotta have to respect those about. It's gotta have respect in about 365 days, but sometimes it will be only to be staying in control of me, but I'm sure it's gonna be alright. I'm sure I'm gonna be alright about 2000 to December 2009, but I miss him so much in about 10 years. Yeah, I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss it about 2000 mid 2000. So I love him so much. I could have visited to the place. What that's what we're gonna do. That's what I gonna do. I realize what I have done, but I was involved. I was in about last 10 years. I gonna say. I'm gonna say, do not forget hit the button to subscribe to my contest. So please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or Ryan Chemist, and Cock Story Talk, and like the comments and links in the description today. So please follow YouTube subscribers on RonaldRousey.com, former of UFC, to the WWE Network, and subscribe Marina Shepard in WWE and UFC, the Bella Twins, Logan Paul Vlogs, Jake Paul, Majugger Nuggets, Big Brother, and Crocodile Buzz 88. Mark Lucasons, and a man named Corin, and Big Psycho Dad, Big Psycho Mom, Big Psycho Aunts and Uncles, Larry's Lounge, Tom Abraham, Joe Bum, and The Boog Show, Ness Boog, and Mocha Henry Ness, Q Big Eye, Derek Diso, Lucinda Cornejo, and her fiance, her fiance. Sometimes I don't forget to subscribe. Tony Tornado, Return of the Crazy Boyfriend, Mantha Tornado, and Sparky the dog. And he died in a long time. Love you guys. Feel free to death, and don't forget. So please subscribe, some likes. Keep it ridgid, mateys.